He walked into the cafe wearing scuffed shoes and a jacket that had seen better winters, unaware that this small decision, born from humility and habit, was about to collide with a destiny far larger than anything he had ever imagined. What Michael didn't know was that the woman waiting for him had built an empire worth billions, and what she didn't know was that this quiet, understated man would change the way she understood love forever. Before the story unfolds any further, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet miracles that happen when people choose to see each other with honest eyes. Michael Turner had learned early in life that appearances were expensive, and survival was not. Growing up in a modest neighborhood in Ohio, he had watched his father work 2 jobs while his mother stretched meals and prayers across the week. By the time Michael reached adulthood, humility had become second nature to him. He dressed simply not because he lacked taste, but because he believed money was better spent on rent, groceries, and the occasional donation to the local church shelter where he volunteered every Sunday. After losing his mother to illness and his father to exhaustion years later, Michael lived alone in a small apartment, carrying a quiet grief that never quite left but never hardened him either. The blind date came from a well-meaning coworker named Jonathan, who insisted Michael needed to open his heart again. Michael agreed reluctantly, not because he doubted love, but because he doubted timing. He chose the cafe because it was neutral and familiar, a place where he could sit without pretending to be more than he was. When he looked at his reflection in the cafe window, he adjusted his collar and shrugged, deciding that whoever this woman was, she would meet the real him, not a polished version designed to impress. Across the city, Katherine Reynolds sat in a black car that cost more than Michael's entire life savings, staring out the window with a mixture of curiosity and exhaustion. Katherine was the CEO of a technology firm headquartered in California, with offices across the country and investments that made financial magazines chase her shadow. Despite the success, her personal life felt hollow. Too many people saw her wealth before they saw her heart. So when she agreed to a blind date arranged by her cousin Nathan, she made one rule for herself: no assistance, no luxury, no introductions. She wore a simple coat, left her jewelry behind, and told the driver to drop her off a block away. When Katherine entered the cafe, she noticed Michael immediately, not because he stood out, but because he didn't. He sat quietly, hands folded around a warm cup, eyes focused on the steam rising as if it carried memories. There was a steadiness to him, a grounded presence that felt rare in a world where everyone rushed. As she took her seat, she felt an unexpected calm settle in her chest. Michael looked up, smiled politely, and something unspoken passed between them, a sense of ease neither could explain. They spent the evening talking about ordinary things. Work challenges, favorite places in the United States, childhood memories rooted in church pews and Sunday dinners. Michael spoke of his volunteer work and the comfort he found in helping others, never once embellishing his life. Katherine listened, drawn in by the sincerity that flowed naturally from him. For the first time in years, she felt no need to perform or hide behind success. She felt seen without being examined. As days turned into weeks, their connection deepened. They walked through public parks, shared meals at modest diners, and spoke about faith, loss, and hope. Michael noticed Katherine's kindness, her attentiveness, and the way she treated strangers with genuine respect. He assumed she lived a comfortable life, perhaps successful, but nothing more. Katherine, on the other hand, felt her heart opening in ways she had guarded against. She delayed telling him the truth, not out of deceit, but fear. Fear that the moment her wealth surfaced, the dynamic would shift. Michael faced his own struggles during this time. His job at a small logistics company became uncertain after rumors of downsizing spread. Nights were filled with quiet prayer, asking for guidance and strength. Katherine sensed his worry and offered support without intrusion, encouraging him with warmth rather than solutions. That support became a lifeline, reminding Michael that companionship could be gentle and empowering at the same time. The truth eventually surfaced, not through confession, but circumstance. Michael attended a charity event at his church, only to see Katherine's name on a banner as the event's primary donor, her foundation credited with funding community programs across the state. The realization hit him like a wave. The woman he had come to care for was not just successful, she was one of the most powerful business leaders in the country. His first instinct was to withdraw, to protect the simple world he understood. Katherine feared this moment. When Michael didn't call for days, she questioned everything. She wondered if her wealth had once again built a wall she could not climb over. But Michael's silence was not rejection. It was reflection. He wrestled with feelings of inadequacy, with the fear that he had nothing to offer someone like her. Yet every memory of her kindness, her laughter, and her humility reminded him that she had never asked him to be more than himself. When they finally met again, something had changed, but not in the way Katherine feared. Michael came with clarity, not resentment. He understood that love was not a transaction measured by status. Katherine saw in his eyes that he had chosen courage over insecurity. In that moment, the weight of titles and bank accounts dissolved, leaving two people standing on equal ground. Their relationship grew stronger in the months that followed. Michael found stability in a new role with a nonprofit organization Katherine supported, not because of her influence, but because his values aligned with its mission. Katherine learned to rest, to let someone care for her without conditions. Together, they built a life rooted in service, faith, and quiet joy, choosing simplicity over spectacle. As you near the end of this story, if Michael and Katherine's journey has touched your heart, please take a moment to like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel so more stories like this can reach people who need hope today. Before the final moments, here is a special request: comment below and tell us whether you believe love sees the heart before the wallet, and why that matters to you. In the end, Michael never changed the way he dressed, and Katherine never asked him to. They learned that love, when it is real, does not arrive impressed by wealth or intimidated by humility. It arrives quietly, settles deeply, and stays faithfully. Their story became a reminder that the most powerful connections are built not on what we have, but on who we choose to be when no one is watching.